Dragon wing.
So, Cithril, your elven merchant companion, is dead.
I go up to his headless corpse and try and find like a blanket in the wagon just to lay over him. But as I'm doing that, just little pat him down, see if there's any evidence. Being the police guy that I am, just want to collect all the evidence on him.
And I walk over and say, brother, I commend your body to Tyr.
Well, I'm not
dead. He's right there.
Yeah, I'm talking to Cithril, guys. I'm talking to
The exploded man that's all over the floor.
our dearly past and extremely fond friend.
So, Cassius, to be clear, you're looting him.
Oh, not looting, searching for evidence.
Okay.
For loot.
You find some gold, but like, it's not evidence, so you leave it.
Yeah, sure. But I keep it, so just to store it back in the...
To give it to
In
anyone.
the locker.
Give it back to the BGPD.
But because it's evidence, it's not like you can spend it. So
No, like, sure, but, you know...
How much gold evidence do we have?
There's 3,000 gold on his corpse.
Cool, perfect. Well, that's evidence.
Well, you can't spend it because that's evidence.
Yeah, of course.
It's all going back.
How much
Yeah,
gold
it's evidence.
can you carry? Feasible. That's a lot of gold.
No, there's no gold on him.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
There's no gold.
I think I did.
Anything on him?
There's nothing of note on him, a couple of personal effects, but you do see...
What are those personal effects? Because if we're going to carry on to meet his friend,
Yeah.
I want to be like the token of...
You want to find his debit card,
Yeah.
his driving license. Yeah, I mean...
Or like the locket with him...
His
and
young person's rail card.
Like a locket with him and like a picture of him and the Elks.
Yeah.
Like him and the
Hand
Elks.
drawn in it. Tiny portrait in a locket.
Yeah.
I mean, he was carrying a lot of trade goods on the way to Elversalt, so actually he was probably, he'd spent his capital.
He was asset rich but money poor.
Exactly right.
Nothing. I don't think she feels personally responsible, but I think she feels that there is a bit of collective responsibility that we have just basically caused this man to be decapitated.
Oh, that's terrible. That's really terrible. Jacob feels awful about that because he really, really doesn't like to see the defenceless innocents killed and hurt.
It's a shame that Cithril met his end in the way that he did. I wish he hadn't been torn apart by vines. Hey, if you're going to live in the adventuring world of chicken wings, then shit's going to happen to you. And I'm glad Pluckus didn't die.
Osgarian is never going to look at twigs the same way again. The noise of hearing an elf's head torn from his body will stick with Osgarian for quite a long time. There once was an elf called Cithril. I've backed myself into a corner there, haven't I? There once was an elf called Cithril who wanted to go surfing in Fistril. He fell off his board. His death was assured, for his boots were smithed out of mithril.
Oh, it's perfect. It's one take. You can now see with fresh eyes that actually the entire forest, at least the tree line, is showing signs of the blight. So those creatures have this kind of dark purple, black, sort of rotting essence to them, and you can see signs of that on the outskirts of the forest, but also in the forest of the north. You can see a very distant glow, this emanating white light, kind of pulsing in the distance through the rainfall.
I've got a question.
Yeah,
Can we hear any birds?
you can.
Okay.
Any... are you talking like normal birds? Like chirping, or are you talking about like big old eagles?
I'm talking about a 30-foot by 20-foot eagle that will fuck me up noise.
You continue to hear that.
I don't feel good about our performance in that forest if we're just fighting the couple that have come out.
Yeah, I don't feel about any like performance doing anything when I'm on 5 hit points and everyone's nearly dead. So we need to...
What does Osgarian know
rest.
from his storytelling background about will-o'-the-wisps?
You can do a history check. Or nature. Whatever's better.
I can't do like performance.
You cannot do...
Do a little dancer. Winner the wisp. Winner.
No, you can't.
20.
Okay.
With a 20...
Yeah.
You know that will-o-wisps look like bobbing lanterns in the distance. They can choose to alter their colours or they can wink out completely. And when they activate their lights, will-o-wisps offer hope, hinting of safety to creatures that follow them. However, they are inherently evil creatures.
They're like land sirens.
They are like land sirens, and they are thought to be the souls of evil beings that perished in anguish or misery, and they feed on those on the brink of death.
May I be the
Sounds like
first
my
to say,
ex-wife.
as someone who is on the brink of death,
Yeah.
fuck that. Back up to the road, guys.
Yeah, but the
consulting Bennifer's like little
We're gonna come
list.
back.
Yeah.
What is the benefit? Does it have like Will-o'-the-Wisp? It gets you a bigger dick. Or, like,
You don't know.
Asking for a friend.
You don't know if the wisp are going to add to your girth per se.
what's the point then?
You do know that the cockatrice, that was +1 HP every time you eat the wing. Who knows what a malevolent and actually altogether powerful being like a will-o'-wisp
Nah,
could
Basically,
confer to you.
Bennifer
Fuck
doesn't know
it.
anything. He's just written items down.
Random magical beasts. I guess we could do this one.
We've grounded up some elk. Can we try that out? What's that?
Well, if you combine all of the ingredients, then, you could form.
The one true.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bloodied elk hoof. I haven't
devil's
ground it up
spice.
yet.
Why don't you grind it up while we're pondering what to do?
No, because you're fucking pushing me out of this, and I do not want to go
Ground it up.
into a forest that feasts on the souls of the almost dead when I am almost fucking dead.
But it's up to you.
Do you know who else is almost fucking dead? The chicken.
Placus is still unconscious, by the way.
Yeah.
Bleeding out.
All of us.
But, you're between a very much a rock and a hard forest. Because, behind you, you've got 3 of those giant eagles.
Look, who's gonna okay? While we argue about this shit, who's gonna revive the fucking chicken?
I put my mouth on Plucker's mouth and start I cast my little mage hand.
But when are you going to try and revive
and
him?
he's resuscitating. The mage hand's
He's not dead.
resuscitating.
You're gonna do him more harm if you try and resuscitate a not dead chicken. So
Wait, it's
fucking
still
think
conscious,
again.
right? Slap Pluckers.
Well, that is
to-
better. I don't
slapping
know why
a
you need a
chicken.
mage hand for that, but
The mage
fine.
hand is just slapping Pluckers in the face just to revive him, and I'm
How's
standing over him.
Oh my god.
What do you want me to say?
Oscar just taking notes for his next epic.
Start
just
slapping his
at this
chest.
argument.
Yeah. All of you can do a perception check.
Oh, what?
fuck off?
I don't know what your problem is with perception. Just trying to give you a little taste.
9.
Just trying to get to play Dungeons & Dragons.
Also a 9. Roll again.
Oscarin rolled
Also a 9.
Oh. Niners reroll.
Jacob is
rolled
terrifying
mine again.
accepted with a 12.
14.
12.
Yes.
Actually, the 12 beat all of those original 3 9s. Jacob, you alone can smell something on the wind. Through the rain. It smells
Cassie, if you
like
shout yourself again.
from the
Cassius.
Wow.
from the north, the south blowing winds. It carries on it faintly the sweet, smoky tang of barbecue
Ooh. Lovely.
Is it in the forest?
coming from the forest.
Let's go get the barbecue, mate.
Can anyone else smell that?
What?
I can smell barbecue or roasting meats.
Now Jacob's saying it. you
Coming
can
from the
all-
forest?
You can all detect that hint.
I can smell it.
I'm going to bed.
I lived my entire teenage life in a sewer. I can't smell anything.
Look, we're all very badly hurt. We need to take a rest. I'm bleeding quite heavily.
How long?
You do look quite pale, actually.
Yeah.
Jacob.
DM, how long
Yeah.
is a short rest? Like
An hour.
what? An hour.
An hour
hour.
or so.
Short rest is an hour, long rest is about 8 hours.
All right.
Ideally, we go for a long rest.
And where you are, out in the
Replenish
open,
those
in the
lovely-
ravine,
Dangerous.
That's
this is
fucking
no
stupid
place
place.
to be taking a short rest.
Into the forest we go. I've got this.
Look, does anyone know anything about this blight stuff? Does that make the forest implicitly dangerous, or is it just some of the creatures within it?
Well, Jacob, you can do a history check.
Nature?
I'll take nature. Nature or history,
Actually,
whatever
this
you'd
is-
rather.
This is really not Jacob's strong suit. That's an 11 minus 1, 10.
10.
Play for our strengths.
Look,
okay?
he's not book smart, all right? That's not his thing.
With a 10, you remember something of the origin of a blight such as this.
Okay.
Which essentially, long story short, had something to do with a hero of your slaying a legendary vampire, and the stake with which he used to pierce the vampire's chest fell to the ground and ultimately became a tree, a blighted tree that sprouted a series of blights.
Fuck this, man.
Hey, do any of you
That
guys
noble education of yours.
Do any of you guys remember that story? The story about a vampire getting killed, and it's the vampire that causes the blight. Does anyone else know that story?
Oscar was singing a song about it the other day.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I don't want to scare everybody. So I think right now,
Maybe I have some.
maybe around the campfire once we found something.
Is it like a black metal song?
It's like Nordic black metal. It's very angry. I need somebody with like speed drums.
Yeah.
But that tale is, an ancient, generations upon generations. You remember your grandparents telling you that story. It's the believed roots of a magical blight such as that. It rings, it rings certain bells.
Okay. We haven't got. I think into the forest to the barbecue.
Okay.
Jacob at the front.
Let's go to the cook-off.
Let's all cow behind Jacob. He's got the most hit points, health left. And then
I feel fucking shit about this, man. I don't want to do this.
if we die, we die. So long as Pluckers.
I don't want to die with you fucking losers. Can't give a shit.
Orcish.
Yeah, nah.
If we die, we die.
I thought the orcs were French.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying.
I thought you were going to do the gladiator speech.
Who's got pluckers at this point?
You feel sunlight on your face. You are in Elysium.
Who has got pluckers? And are you leaving Nina?
He's lying prone.
Pluckers is unconscious.
Comfortably prone.
Yeah, so you're leaving him? Or what's happening?
Because he's too big for one of us to carry.
Right.
Okay, Jacob scoops him up and says,
Can we put pluckers on?
What's Gary? Get over here. What's
Can we
Gary?
put pluckers on the back of the elk?
Yeah.
Wake up the elk.
Wake up the elk.
Both the elk and the chicken are unconscious.
Sorry.
Basically, I'm going where this fucking chicken is going, and he's fucking put the chicken up. So
Nina.
going
Nina.
to the fucking forest.
And there are pieces of, wood nearby if you wanted to make some sort of makeshift stretcher or sled, yeah.
Is Nina any closer to waking up?
I don't know.
Big news.
Right. I whisper in her ear some Elvish that I overheard.
Someone animal handle her.
Cithril.
Speaking to her, and I say, "Ñaño, ciela, munja," which means "Wake up, my beauty. It's me, Papa."
Can you just say that for us again?
Smithmere, minya, monya.
Minya. So
Yellow.
you can do an animal handling check.
Yes. It's one of your rarer checks.
I said that last time.
Take that shit, man. I just didn't get that much.
The D&D sites here over there. Oh, that's one of your rare.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
It's a 5.
Okay, Nina dies. That's not true. But Nina doesn't awaken.
Okay, then. Let's leave Nina to it.
Leave Nina.
I use prestidigitation and just create this flashing, banging light around her muzzle, around her snout and her eyes.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. She's dead.
A mage hand to stick a little finger up her anus.
Okay.
See if it.
Cassius, what the hell are you doing?
Well, I
look away.
I heard that wakes animals.
Is this how you do things in Baldur's Gate?
Nina awakens.
Nina awakens.
Don't encourage him. Come on.
Stumbles to her legs, and she immediately notices the corpse of Pinta. And then I was like, was it Pinta or Santa Maria? It's Pinta. And trots over and then starts to nuzzle the body, kind of pushing at it as if Pinta's going to get up.
Babe.
And I say,
She's gone.
I say, Hagodas, Nina. Hagodas. Which translates into, it's all right, Nina. It's all right.
Okay.
Give her a little pat.
I give it, I bow in front of her. Because that's what I've seen in films.
Nina doesn't seem to notice, and she drops to her front 2 legs, and she just rests her head on the body of Pinta.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I go up to her pull on her tail. I say, Nina, it's gone. It's gone. We've got to get going.
Yeah, Nina, this isn't a place we can stay. This isn't safe here. We need to.
I speak,
And I make a big, sort of this way motion with my arms.
And I cast again prestidigitation to change my voice to the sound of cithrals, and in fluent Elvish, because I speak Elvish, I just say, "Here, girl, come on, time to go, up we get."
Okay, she bounces up to you and she begins to nuzzle at the side of your neck.
I give her a little scratch under her neck.
And she still has a harness and she has a bit of leather hanging from it as well.
What's it called?
Like a guide rope, yeah.
Like a guide rope.
I think you're going to say guy rope, like the thing that holds up a tent.
Can we put pluckers on her and then into the forest we go?
I mean, sure.
Do we need to tie pluckers on?
That's a go. Just give her a little neck scratches. It's job brilliant.
So,
of course it
DM
is.
being like, fucking hell, guys.
So it's pajama.
So you head to the forest or somewhere else?
I do not want to go to the forest, but the fucking chicken, I've got to go with the chicken, so I'm coming to the forest.
Okay.
Hey, nothing. If you don't want to come with us, do your own thing.
I don't want to come with you, but I want that chicken, so let's go.
Well, the chicken doesn't want you. Told me the other day.
Okay. The rain is pouring about you and soon enough you near a clearing. The clearing is around 80 foot wide.
Big.
In a ragged circle of trees and scrub, and most notably, the rain is not falling here.
I don't think we should stop in this particular clearing.
Moving.
It's a bit supernatural.
It's the BBQ in the middle.
You can see.
We're still following the scent of delicious cooked meats.
You can see in the center is an iron grill, and it's floating above a suspended blue flame. And about the flame, tiny leaves are swirling. It seems to be burning without a source and is around a foot off the ground. The grill itself is another half foot above that. It's clearly some kind of magical construct, least of all the fact that rain doesn't seem to be permeating the leaves in this area.
Well, clearly there's nothing suspicious about this, Jacob doesn't think. Because obviously there is something quite suspicious about that. It's not something you see every day, mysterious, ethereal barbecues.
Nothing wasn't very keen about going. It's all been pretty wild looking. She has an element of suspicion about this delicious looking, mystical floating barbecue.
This is Mystic Central, right? Forest clearing, check. Absence or presence of unnatural weather, check. Barbecue wasn't in the stories, but kind of fits the bill, but clearly pretty odd. Pretty strange. We'll see what happens.
So Cassius obviously knows that something's amiss, but he can't turn down some barbecue chicken. Hopefully there's some corn.
I immediately push into the shadows, just inside the trees of the clearing. I feel very, very bad about
I've
this.
always wanted to try eagle, and I pull out a tiny eagle corpse from my backpack and start just plucking it.
Well remembered. Yeah, you do have it.
I'm going to prepare it for the grill.
Okay.
How long does it take me to pluck the eagle?
Oh, just a few moments. Cool. You can actually see as you're contemplating the grill that atop the grill already are a series of nuts, berries, and pine cones.
All vegetarian. No meat on that.
Vegan.
Don't put that corpse back in the bag.
Just you don't see anything else in the clearing.
Okay.
I am pushed into the shadows. I've got my crossbow drawn. I am very, very upset about this entire
I'm
situation.
still so injured, but I approach the barbecue, and I attempt to take some of the cooked delicacies from the grill.
I'm going with him.
Okay.
And I would like to feed the cooked delicacies to our elk.
Okay.
See how she reacts.
Fine. She actually seems to straighten somewhat.
Nice.
And
Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good girl.
A kind of faint green hue courses throughout her body.
Like a healthy green hue
Like
or
a
a
healthy-
sickly green hue?
Like a healthy, bright, vibrant green hue,
Nice.
fed by the forest itself.
Yeah.
And then, from the trees themselves, two women made of leaf and bark, jump from the trees themselves. These are dryads. They are beautiful, but they are also grimacing.
Oh.
And you can see streaks of what look like black and purple tears racing down their cheeks. Their bodies themselves seem to be mottled with the same kind of dark hue of dark purple blight.
Would that sin had not entered the Garden of Eden?
Your latest number?
Do they say anything?
They seem to be utterly conflicted as they
having a bad time.
Well, they seem to kind of be stalking, half walking, almost holding themselves back
feel like
from
fighting themselves.
creeping towards you. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And do they say anything?
It looks like they're trying not to say something.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you?
They kind of twitch and move towards you.
Go forwards, pick up one of the little things that Oscar fed the elk, go up to one of the dryads and try and feed it to her.
Okay.
To try and heal her.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
So you approach from the tree line.
I was with the elk.
Oh, you came with them? Okay. As you do that, one of the dryads seems to relax, and then she puts a palm to her mouth and she blows you a kiss.
Blows you.
You can make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it to be charmed? Because I get advantage on those.
Wisdom saving throw,
It's going to Cassius.
Oh, right, okay.
20.
Good enough. You feel this kind of wave of influence wash over you, though nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
But all of you can roll initiative.
Osgarin rolled a 22.
Jacob rolled 16.
Nothing rolled a 13.
9.
9 for Cassius. Good. Osgarin, you're up first.
I did it.
Got these two dryads before you. They look utterly wretched and conflicted,
But conflicted.
with this kind of dark purple rotting essence flowing through them.
You're going to reason with them.
I am going to cast Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
And I am going to create a smell.
Okay.
And I'm going to create a smell beneath their noses of like beautiful, fresh, clean forest.
Okay.
Like a clean pine air freshener.
Like a car freshener.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like legit,
real.
OG, clean, healthy forest.
Okay, yeah.
And see if it distracts them.
Fine. Do a deception check.
15.
It's going to work. They seem to be altogether distracted, and they begin almost kind of smiling, giggling, wafting, and swiping at the air around them. Next up is Jacob. The two dryads are kind of, they seem the most relaxed that you've seen them so far in the last couple of minutes.
Well, I don't want to fight them if they are not belligerent, if they're not going to try and attack us.
Right.
So we don't want to fight. I don't know who you are, and we're sorry. We're weary travellers who've stumbled into your forest. We need rest and, if possible, shelter.
Yeah.
And we mean no harm or offence by coming into this glade.
One of them turns to you and says,
Please, the pain of the forest, I can feel it. That fool, the gnoll, named Grimpaw, he did this to us.
What has he done?
He did this.
and she kind of gestures to her body.
How? How do you do this?
With his ambition. His ambition.
And she begins to kind of crawl with conflict. And then, again, her sort of face glazes over and she's distracted once more at the sense and the smell of the forest. And she seems unperturbed again. Do you think we've got a moment of clarity from her?
Grimpaw.
Grimpaw is what she said.
That's my turn over. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm not going
next
to attack them.
up is nothing.
It's a tough one here, but they're not attacking us. I'm going to do a light spot of thaumaturgy.
Okay,
And to go with the delicious smell of fresh woodland,
yeah.
I'm going to cast a weedy ass spell of the sound of beautiful fresh wind rustling through leaves.
It's this full, 5D experience. Yeah.
At the far side of the glade in the hope that it will draw them
Okay.
further out to the other side of the clearing and possibly
Yeah.
even off.
Okay, go ahead. Do a deception check. You can have advantage on that as well.
Thank you very much.
Just because the 4D is already in effect.
Nice.
16, 17, 19.
Okay, the 2 dryads turn tail and they begin giggling and chasing and laughing to the west, beyond the tree line and out of sight. Combat over.
I just start scoffing my face with the food on the barbecue.
Right.
Having seen what it did to Theark, I'm just...
I pop the whatever I had in my hand into my mouth.
I'm staying in the shadows, watching what happens to
Pine
these
cone?
guys. I am not in a hurry to come out.
Pine cones are my favourite.
Crunchy.
Osgaren, there are 6 items on the grill, and they each confer 1 hit point as you eat them.
Sweet, I gobble them down.
Cassius, so does the 1 piece that you ate. There are also, in amongst a pile of sort of food and nuts and berries, 10 rather distinct-looking glowing green berries.
Oh, are they good?
On the pile next to Bill. They are good berries.
And these guys visibly look off. They've eaten like they're getting better, right?
Yeah, because I would like.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
I stow... In fact, I don't stow my crossbow. I hold it in my hand, but I am going to come out of the shadows and come towards the barbecue and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I look over the berries and I'm just like, does anyone know what these are?
They're glowing berries. Glowing berries.
Put the bagpipes away for 1 second.
And Osgaren, you on your bardic travels, you've certainly heard of good berries. And you know that they confer 1 hit point apiece. They are conjured and they last for 24 hours.
Nice.
So these must have been very recently conjured. But they are absolutely kind of, visceral, vibrant, glowing against
manifestations
the other
of
things.
positive magic.
All right.
In that case, as he says that, I lean over their shoulders and whack 2 in my mouth.
Couple of berries in your mouth. Gobble, gobble.
Yep.
I'm going to take 4. What?
How many are there?
10.
Oh, in that case, I'll whack another 2 in my mouth.
So that's 4 and 4. There's 2 left.
Yeah, thank you. Jacob takes the remaining 2.
Good berries completed.
I'm feeling a bit healthier now. Not very healthy.
Can we
We're a bit
think
healthier.
is this area still like protected by the dryads? Is rain starting to fall, or is it?
It's funny, as you say that, the rain begins to fall. Whatever protection was conferred to the area is now gone.
What sort of rain is it?
A heavy
rain.
a heavy, though indifferent. It's rain. It's rain.
Yeah, but
It's not, I don't feel magical.
But what sort of rain? Is it a drizzle? Is it a mist? Is it like heavy rain?
It's heavy rain.
Oh shit!
Chocolate rain.
It's not chocolate rain.
Chocolate.
It's not chocolate.
It's heavy rain.
Okay.
Heavy rain.
Heavy
Okay.
rain is falling.
Any? So can we see what we were seeing before, like the glowing?
Yeah, to the north, there's this kind of pale, eminent glow, and you're closer to it.
Okay. Let's.
To the north.
Let's make camp.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find somewhere sheltered and make camp and rest at least
In
for an
this
hour.
forest.
Yeah.
I think we've
I mean, this is actually, to be fair, this is an 80 foot opening, right? We can, even though it's raining, we can see like 80 foot around us.
Yeah, there are also 2 dryads that live here.
Yeah.
That
Let's
aren't
just
gonna be gone
take
forever.
2 and 2, hour each, 2 hours.
Yeah, but I don't want to fight dryads. I don't want to fight those 2 beautiful women. Those 2 manifestations
All right,
of
let's
the.
All right.
onwards, Christian soldiers.
Okay.
Okay. Not long to the north, do you meet a fast-flowing river.
What does it say?
It says hello. And the river trails off to the east and the southwest. The river itself is littered in forest debris and corpses.
Ooh, what sort of corpses?
Did you hear about the explosion in the French cheese factory?
Go on.
There was debris everywhere.
Fuck.
Oh,
Jesus.
so many bad jokes.
Here and there you can see different shapes and sizes of creature floating downstream. Some of them have been torn apart, and you spot at least one creature, which is a panther, mottled with these dark purple welts.
Fuck.
Like the blight.
Exactly like the blight.
We can get the blight.
In sight, though, somewhere down the river, is a moss-covered bridge leading north.
How wide is the river?
It's rather wide.
Big river.
Yeah, it's like 50 or
Big
60
fella.
feet.
Big,
at
fast,
least.
big.
Okay, wow.
Does it look
Big,
deep?
fast-flowing,
Fast-flowing.
deep river. But you're absolutely welcome
And
to
it's
brave it.
60 feet across.
Around 60 feet
That
across.
is a
yeah.
wide.
I'm looking around. Can I see any trees that are bigger than 60 feet tall?
Yes.
I get up behind it,
Yeah.
eyes down to the base. Eldritch blast at the base. Yeah, timber.
You are not Cyclops. I know that's why I feel like I've got to be the one to say this. You are not Cyclops.
Wait, sorry. What the fuck?
Okay, fine, you're Cyclops.
There we go.
That's more like it.
You tell yourself.
So you beam this tree.
Yeah.
Okay, roll your damage.
We've got time.
Yeah.
He can Eldritch Blast this thing for days.
12.
12?
Force damage.
Okay. This tree just slams into the ground.
Crossing the river?
Not crossing the river. The tree line isn't exactly next to the river, so you'd have to maneuver the tree itself.
Good luck with your
Let's-
-1.
Let's
Strength.
set up some winches and pulleys.
Anyone wanna try and lift this tree with me?
I'll help.
Big old get around it, get the other side, use that tail
How are
of
you
yours.
going to get it
Okay.
across the river? How are you going to get it
chuck
across
it.
the 60 river?
All I'm saying is we push it halfway across, or like, a bit across, then
Halfway across, so we just jump 30 feet.
It sounded like a
I
plan.
like how
My
you
long jump is 8 feet.
Mine's 9 feet.
sucker running jump that, my long jump is 8 feet as well.
Yeah.
Let's get 80 feet across then.
No, well, we'd have to get it.
And then
We
swim.
could just go
Yeah.
down to
60,
this.
it's 52 feet
We
across.
could just go down to the bridge.
Wait, there's a bridge.
There's a moss-covered bridge. Yeah.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah. We could walk down to that handily created crossing.
I do suspect that will be heavily enchanted, but we can certainly go have a look.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's push the log over first.
Brave, brave march onwards towards the mossy bridge. I put the loot away.
I am absolutely sick of these guys' bullshit. I'm absolutely livid with this whole affair.
Yeah, again.
So,
Yeah.
while they're fucking about with this stupid bit of tree, I'm going to walk down and I'm going to look at the bridge from distance.
Okay.
So,
I would say the notable elements of the bridge are that it's very low. It's only a foot above the surface of the water.
what's it made of?
It's made of stone, moss covered. The stonework is clearly crumbling, though it is intact.
Do I detect any arcane forces or other magical forces at work?
Quick Arcana check.
16.
No.
Whoa,
And how stable, say it's crumbling.
Yeah.
Are we talking about seconds away from falling into the river or looking a bit old?
It's certainly in disrepair. It doesn't look like it's about to fall.
classic Wheat River Bridge going on here.
All right. Jacob makes to cross it. Enough of this.
Check for chaps
Whoa,
first.
how old are you? Big guy?
Goes,
Big guy?
Goes
Big guy
towards,
first. That's a bit.
goes towards the
If he can
bridge.
make
Yeah.
it, then we can
Goes
make
towards
it.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Gives it a little once over.
Okay.
Looking for any kind of traps, tripwires,
Sure.
pressure plates.
Investigation.
Investigation. Bing. And that's a 9.
No traps.
Good.
Just come down here to quietly look at a bridge, and this fat fuck is just lumbering the whole way across
This
it.
lumbering clod.
Okay.
At this time, you look over, and I've got Nina, the elk, trying to push the log into the river.
Put us to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Can elves swim?
She
I
pushing
bet they
it
can.
in
Most
further
times
into the river.
if you push them.
The entire tree, the 60-foot tree?
Yeah.
No.
No.
She's not a draft horse.
Mate, you going over this bridge or not?
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, Jacob makes it across the bridge.
All right, cool. You
Starts walking
see
across.
this just octopus attack him. thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, please leave us a tasty review and 5-star that bad boy. If you want to say hello to us, you can best do such a thing on the Twitters or the Instagrams at DragonWingsPod, and we'll catch you next time.